Hi, it's so great to be with you guys again, and today's video is a really fun pick a card topic called You Asked a Question, and it's exactly what it says. Basically, you can think of a situation you want some guidance on. It can be anything from something small to something big. It works best if there's kind of like a yes or no component to it, or an either or component to it, but it doesn't necessarily have to be like that. Just know that would be something, keeping it more simple will make the answer be a little bit more relevant, but that doesn't mean you have to keep it simple, okay? You can ask whatever you want. And so basically that's it. We've got 10 different piles. So if you want to do this with multiple questions, you can just pick 2 different piles for different questions, or 3 or 4, just whatever, however you want to go about that. Each pile, I don't know if you noticed, but I have these miniature cards that I'm using here. Each pile has 4 cards in it, so this is going to be a pretty quick reading for each one of the piles, but it's just so much fun, so I wanted to do this. All right, so everything you need to know about me, including how to book a reading and all of that good stuff, is going to be in the description, okay? And if you want some channel news and, the schedule for next week and things like that, then go ahead and just click on the timestamp next to news, okay? Because I don't like to chat too much at the top, at the beginning, so we do that at the end so that if you guys want to hear it, you can. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and begin. All right, so you asked the question, okay? All right, so pile number 1 is the brown. Pile number 2 is red. Pile number 3 is black. Pile number 4 is purple. Pile number 5 is blue. Pile number 6 is light blue. Pile number 7 is pink. Pile number 8 is white. Pile number 9 is green, and pile number 10 is the clear. Okay, so go ahead and think about the question, think about which pile is going to go with that, and all of that kind of good stuff. If you need to, pause the video, because we are going to start with pile number 1, which is this brown pile. Okay, guys? Alrighty. Just got to move this stuff a little bit out of the way so that I can have enough room to spread out these cards for you guys. Alrighty, pile number 1, those of you who picked the brown. Okay, so here's your answer. We've got, okay, so this is a no. And your advice card is be like the woods, calm, soothing, mysterious, and full of life. Okay, so I kind of feel like this is telling us that that you've got to be you've got to just enjoy yourself right now, okay? Whatever you're asking about is going to get you to a point where you're having a little bit of difficulty finding your own balance. So what's going on here is really talking about balancing out your emotions by seeking things that are already making you happy, already giving you what you need, okay, emotionally. And there's something about this situation that's not giving you that, at least not in the now. However, another thing that I see here with the Ace of Cups here is that we do have some kind of beginning with emotions. So I do want to say it's like no, but there is also, it's like, I feel like it's more like not now, but there's something new coming. So be aware of that, okay? And it could be a new development in the situation, or I think it's actually just something new that's going to either replace the situation, or it's going to be just better for you in some kind of way. This situation, you might want to look at things that you've learned in the past, or look for a friend from the past to kind of help you out with this, because there's something about this situation that does have to do with people from your past, okay? And I don't mean like people from last week. I mean people from your past, like more of a distant past, okay? And again, be like the woods, calm, soothing, mysterious, and full of life. So for example, if you're wondering if you should maybe come forward in a situation, right now keep that under wraps, because with that mysterious card here, we're talking about, or that mysterious word here, we're talking about keeping things to yourself until you can manifest it to a greater degree. All right, guys? Okay, hope you liked your reading. Hi, those of you who picked the red, here is your reading. All right, your reading is no need to worry. No need to worry. And it's okay to have hope. A single idea, like an acorn, can start a wonderful forest. Okay, yeah. These is wisdom of the woods, you know, so they're going to have forest themes here. We've got, okay, this is a really interesting dynamic because we have the 10 of Cups, which is like basically wish fulfillment, getting everything that you want, happily ever after. This is really, really great. But then we have the 3 of Swords, and it's like, okay, well, it's telling me not to worry, but then we've got the 3 of Swords here. What's up with that? That is like not cool, right? I mean, I'm pretending like I'm you guys, right? Well, what this is talking about is there's got to be something about this that you're anxious about or that has caused you pain in the past, and you really don't want to have to experience that again. You don't want to have to worry that this is going to end up just backfiring on you and all of that kind of stuff. It's okay to hope. It's okay to feel calm in this situation because this is where it's headed. Okay, this is whatever you're asking about is actually a positive thing for you, and it's something that worry's not going to really do anything positive for you because it's not really going to, I feel like this is a situation that you're not going to solve with your head, okay? You're not going to be able to rationalize through it. You're not going to be able to come to any kind of logical conclusion. I feel like it's a very, I want to say irrational, but it's not necessarily that it's irrational like it's not logical. I just mean it's irrational in that it's without ration. It doesn't have, you can't rationalize love, for example, or an emotion. You know, an emotion just is. It's just there. And I feel like this is going to be navigated more through the heart, through your own intuition, that kind of thing, rather than through cold hard facts and logic. Okay, so that's another thing. And the hope is this kind of like almost this uplifting kind of spiritual type of hope that you know that the world's got your back and you are going to be able to get to this happily ever after place. Right now, you don't have to worry about figuring that out yet. It's coming, okay? So that is your reading. I hope it resonated. Alrighty, those of you who picked the black, here is your reading. Okay, so we have listen to your intuition. Okay, so that's, it might be kind of like a non-answer because it's almost like saying you already know the answer. But this is talking about reconnecting. Secrets lurk in the captive shadows deep in the woods. This is like the Enchanting Woods little oracle deck here. And then we have the King of Pentacles and we have the 7 of Swords. Okay, so this can go in, I feel like those of you who pick this pile, there's a lot of different kinds of questions that are coming to this pile. When it says listen to your intuition, listen to your intuition. You're either in a really, really good place where you're going to have a lot of control over what's going on in your life, a lot of control over how abundant things are and all of that kind of stuff. Or you're going to be in a situation where maybe somebody's being a little two-faced with you. Maybe there's someone who is, I feel like it's like playing both sides. It would be like a person who is maybe caught in between two friends that are arguing and they just want to be peaceful. But instead of saying, I really don't want to get into it, they're going to one friend and saying like, I really support you. You're right in this, and then going to the other one and saying, yeah, I really support you. You're right in this, which doesn't really help. Because it's just wasted energy, it's just wasted time with that third party. I'm not saying it's a third party, okay? I know that phrase can be very charged when we're talking about any kind of reading, but like, it's something like that. There's somebody who's like a go-between. There's somebody who's being a little bit deceitful here. I don't feel like it's in a malicious way. I feel like they think that it's better that way because they just want everybody to be happy. But if it's hurtful to you, you know, that's from their perspective. You know, they think that that's the best way because they want people to be happy. Now, from your perspective, if deceit is something you can't tolerate in this situation, then just keep that in mind. Always, I also feel, because the King of Pentacles is here, make sure you have your facts straight, though, before you approach that person about deceit, if you even decide to approach them, okay? Because the King of Pentacles also talks about what is in actuality and all of that kind of stuff, which is kind of interesting because we also have listen to your intuition. Listening to your intuition can just be about heightening your awareness of the situation, just knowing that you have to be a little bit more hyper vigilant about what's going on. Or it can be telling you that maybe you knew somebody that did something that you didn't really quite like, but you know that they're otherwise they're otherwise a good person in your life and all of that. You know, it could even be that you're listening to your intuition regarding something that you did that was more kind of like being duplicitous, you know, and that kind of thing. Whatever it is, it's reconnect. And reconnecting is the advice in this situation. You need to either reconnect with yourself and your own intuition, or you need to reconnect with either a past, well, not necessarily a past, but reconnect with an idea that you had before, creativity, or reconnect with a person that you had before, maybe something that didn't quite develop, and it's like you need to go back and start developing that again, okay? So hopefully that resonates. Thank you so much for watching the reading. All right, those of you who picked the purple, here is your reading. Okay, so we have choose a new direction. All right, look into the space between the trees for answer. We're talking about light, looking for, basically looking in between, like when we're talking about looking in between the trees and we've got this light, I feel like this is actually also talking about looking in between, like reading in between the lines and stuff like that. Like there's something that's really obvious that's not being said, but it's almost like it's being avoided so much that that's the only possible answer there is in this situation. You have the Empress, so this is a big deal, okay? So in choosing a new direction, it might not necessarily mean leaving this situation. It might just be approaching it from a different angle. And we have the Ace of Pentacles, so we do have something new, okay? And when we have choose a new direction, we've got new and we've got the Ace of Pentacles. There's definitely more coming. And we have a lot of abundance too. So it's like, I don't feel like you're going to be wanting in this situation. In this situation, you're going to have enough. It looks like it's more like a new approach. And then, you know, with the specific message on this, it feels like there's something that is, it's almost like, when I was younger, and I worked as a waitress while I was in college, and there was a girl there, and I don't even know what happened, but she was upset with me over something very petty. She was a high schooler and I was in college, and I think that there was some confusion there. And she decided one night that she was going to ignore me. But by ignoring me, it was like she gave me so much more attention than she would have otherwise. You know, normally I wouldn't have even noticed much about what she did, but it was like she was just made such a big deal out of the fact that she was not going to be, you know, next to me, or when I asked her a question that she was not going to answer it, that it was just like, okay, you know, I get it. You know, I can't remember what it was, but it got resolved within the day, but whatever. It's just, it's like that. It's like there's something that's very obvious that's being either avoided or that is kind of like being talked about in circles. And it's like that is the truth here, or that is a very big indicator of something more that's going on here, okay? So, hope you liked your reading. Hope it resonated. Thank you so much for joining me for it. All right, those of you who picked the blue pile, here is your reading. Okay, so we have reconsider, and that goes with the rest of the definitely goes with the rest of these cards. We have grounded. Okay, so this is a situation where you've got to just kind of come back to yourself and get very clear about what's going on in what people call the real world. I'm a big believer that what we are thinking about, what we're emoting about, what we dream of, and all of that are all different layers of reality. But when we're talking about being grounded, we're talking about being centered, finding that core that all of that stuff kind of revolves around. And typically that has to do with putting your feet on the ground in a way that you're very aware of the physical plane, okay? I'm not saying it always has to do with that. Reconsider makes sense because we have somebody who does not want any more emotional insecurity here. This person does not want any, I guess, drama as one way of putting it. I hate that word because I just feel like, sometimes drama is used to describe things that are really like mental illness, or describe things that are really like, maybe somebody's just going through a really tough time and they're just reporting facts, and so drama can sometimes be another word for like, well, I don't really want to be around this person when they're going through bad things. I'm a fair weather friend kind of thing. So, it's not personal to me at all, right? I do have something kind of like this going on right now, but it's like this person doesn't want to have any more emotional upsets. So they're leaving their cups behind them and they're going off to find something new emotionally. And we've got the exact same energy with the thoughts too. So this person's leaving something behind because they just don't want to have those negative thoughts. This is a very profound reading in that I can't remember the last time I got both of these in the same reading. So it's like this person is not only leaving the situation on an emotional level, but they're also leaving it on an intellectual level too. So given that we've got reconsider, there's two ways of looking at this in answering whatever your question is and how this applies to your situation. Either it's like you've got to kind of detach from what's going on so you can get back to your center and then approach the situation with a new set of thoughts and emotions, okay? Or you need to ground yourself, recognize what's going on, and make a decision on whether or not you really need to leave, because this is very strong leaving energy, basically. Like, and this would be you leaving. This wouldn't be another person in the situation leaving or anything like that. So just kind of just take an evaluation of what's going on. Maybe plan and strategize what would be helpful emotionally and mentally for you. Think about what you're getting out of the situation versus what you're giving to the situation, and also maybe adjust so that you're not putting more energy into it than you're getting out of it. And also consider whether or not this is even healthy, okay? Because sometimes when we see things like this, it's like somebody needs to move on because it's just going to be emotional turmoil. It's just going to be negative thinking and things like that going on, all right? So basically take care of yourself. And that's what this reading's about, okay? I hope you liked it. Hope it resonated. Thank you so much for joining me for that reading. Hi guys, those of you who picked the light blue, here is your reading. We have music. Okay, that's it. That's a good one. I like that. Ooh, strength. Okay, so let's see. You're going in the right direction. Okay, so if you're wondering, like in this situation, is this situation even right? Is this situation something that I should even be pursuing? Maybe this is something new and you're wondering, is this something that I should really jump into? Yes, you're basically in the right place and you're going in the right direction. You are strong. However, there is a little bit of defensiveness here. There is this kind of feeling of being threatened by something. I feel like this is very much in the mind though. Okay. I also get the feeling that maybe there's an aspect of this that maybe you're feeling a little unprepared for. So also kind of consider taking a step back and preparing yourself as well. Okay. Just for more of the same or this to progress. Okay. Again, you're going in the right direction. So this is a positive situation. It is a healthy situation. At least the cards are saying that. And with the music and strength, I do want to mention, this person's communicating with a, you know, it's almost like the superego and the id communicating. If you're familiar with psychodynamic theory, we've got the beast here representing the id, and we've got this lovely lady that looks like she might be even an angel, who's able to tame that beast. And it's like that requires a very deep communication, right? With music, we also have harmony, and we have the idea that there's a melody and a counter melody, and they come together to create something that ends up being the song. Okay, so I feel, excuse me, I feel like instead of working maybe against something, you know, or maybe you're feeling like somebody is maybe your opponent in this situation, instead look at it as if there is a problem, or it's a common problem between you and that person, or you and the situation, and you've got to work together to find a solution, just like these two are working together. And the way that in music we harmonize, and that texture of the music, or the different instruments all have their own parts to play, and without one instrument you don't have the full song, that kind of thing. You know, it's like this is about kind of a co-creating event, that more than, you know, it might be more than one person, or it might just be more than one level of this situation needs to be kind of looked at. It's like it needs to all be working together. All right. So this is very positive. Hope you liked the reading. Hope it resonated really. And thank you. All right, guys, those of you who picked the pink, here is your reading. All right. So we have strength. Okay. Judgment. This is good. This is about kind of going home here. And then we've got, or feeling a calling, really. I feel like that's a much better way of putting it. We've got the 10 of Pentacles, and we have unlikely. Okay, so if you're looking at a situation here where you're wondering, like, is this going to happen, or is this not going to happen, or is this way, or is it that way, that kind of thing, the answer right now is unlikely. It's like you will notice that there's a pull for you that's pulling you in a slightly separate direction, okay? So whatever you're currently thinking about the situation, there's either a deeper thing going on, or there is something that isn't as certain about it as it might feel, okay? And this is talking about how you're going to be called very soon to know which direction to go, and this will end up as being a very abundant situation, okay? And you're definitely strong enough to get through it, okay? So don't worry about whether or not you're going to be okay. You know, you're going to be okay. It's just there's something about this, you know, like there's an aspect of this that it's not likely the way that you are perceiving it right now, as far as like it being accurately like that. And I feel like a part of you knows that, because judgment is, to me, I mean, it looks big and bombastic. We've got this trumpet, we've got multiple people involved, so it does look like it's a situation where you're very without yourself, you're with the public and all of that, but I also feel like it's an inner calling as well. So in this situation, you're going to be strong enough to follow your own inner guidance here, and then you'll get to that abundant place, okay? So it might just be that your approach isn't likely going to get you what you want. You've got to find a different approach. All right, guys? Okay, hope that resonated. Thank you so much for joining me. Okay, those of you who picked the white, here is your answer. We've got growth, and this is a sign. Okay, we've got the Knight of Wands. We're talking about very passionate energy. We have something coming towards you. We have maybe even a person that wants to express themselves with you. They want something to happen. They want to make something happen really soon. And then we've got the 9 of Wands, which is, you know, the person, it's like they know how to get there. and they know all the steps to take, but they're a little bit hesitant because they don't want to get hurt. Okay. And then this is also a growth. This is an opportunity for growth for you and anybody else involved in this situation. Okay. So, if you're looking for permission basically to start taking action in this situation, this is it. Okay. The Knight of Wands takes action. If you're looking, if this is kind of like a love situation, you're wondering, is this even a right situation, that kind of thing? This would be saying, yes, it's good. This is more likely your person that's going to take action, and you guys are both growing from this. Okay. I do feel like there's going to be a lot of people picking this pile, and it's going to apply to a lot of different things, okay? But this is basically giving you the go-ahead to take some action, okay? And if your question is about someone else, like are they going to take action, then this is giving you, yes, they're going to be taking action, because the Knight of Wands is all about action, okay? Alrighty, hope that resonated. Thank you for joining me. Okay, we have the green. Those of you who pick the green, here's your answer. Okay, we have let go. Okay, and then we have origins. Remember your roots. Okay, yeah, this is a good one. We've got the Six of Wands, which shows me that there's going to be some kind of success here for you. And then we have the Three of Pentacles, which is being recognized. Okay, so either you are going to get recognition, or the person or situation you are asking about needs to be recognized. Okay, it needs to be given some kind of feedback. All right. With the Origins card and the Let It Go, I just want to say, remember that this situation has a certain kind of foundation. Okay. Trust in that foundation, and let your worries about whether or not this is, let your judgments kind of fade away. And instead of looking at this as good or bad, right or wrong, yes or no, I know I told you to kind of be aware of the yes or no when at the beginning, so I recognize that this answer ends up kind of telling me, come on, Cassie, you've got it. But instead of it looking like that, look at it as this has the potential to be successful. It most likely will be successful. There will be some recognition, or someone or something needs to be recognized in this, as long as you don't try to control it so much, okay? Try to be more of a observer, like you're watching a movie of this happening, rather than a participant in this happening. You've already set down the foundation for this to succeed, and I feel like success is coming very quickly. Okay, hope that's clear. Okay, that's exactly what I was told to say. Thank you so much for watching. All right. Those of you who picked the clear, here is your reading. We have surprises. There's going to be some surprises in this. We also have a yes, okay? So if you were asking like basically yes or no question, the answer is yes, absolutely. All right? We have this very balancing force. It feels like everybody's getting what they want. But this gives me a little bit of concern, because we also have this feeling that it's just like somebody is just at somebody is just feeling like they have no more energy for this, or they have no more ability to put any energy towards this, or any attention, that kind of thing. Let this, if it's someone else, and I really feel like it's going to be someone else or something else in this situation, let this be for just a little while, just over a week, and it'll start changing around, okay? If this is you, if you feel like you don't want to put any more energy into this situation, even though this is getting a positive, a yes, it's giving you a yes thing, and maybe the yes is really like, should I, get out of this, this is yes. And this is also saying, don't put more energy into it than you can. If you feel just flat out, basically, in this situation, That's okay. They're moving towards balance. So if this is you, you're going to start getting something out of the situation that you weren't getting before. If this is another person or maybe the situation itself, it's not going to be able to give to you for maybe a week or 2 weeks, okay? It's just not going to be able to muster up that energy, okay? But something about this situation is going to surprise you, because I do feel like there's going to be a turnaround in the circumstances as well. I almost feel like this yes is almost like it's okay to have hope even if this doesn't look like it's going so well, because, you know, surprise, something new is going to happen here that's going to change this whole thing around. All right. Hopefully that was clear. Hope it resonated, and thank you so much for participating in this video. So that was a really interesting experience. You know, I was a little disappointed on behalf of you guys, because a lot of those answers weren't necessarily the most positive answers. But, you know, I have to be honest with you guys and tell you exactly what I'm getting. And sometimes it's not so fun to give, you know, less, you know, upbeat news. But we all, you know, when I receive any kind of guidance for you guys, it's always my intention to let you guys know so that you can prepare for what's to come next, and so that you can make more informed decisions, okay? And if anything doesn't resonate, that's fine. Leave it. Always trust your intuition over mine, okay? Because you're the one that knows your life a lot better than me, okay? And understand these are general readings. It's, you know, a private reading will be more geared towards yourself, okay? So, channel news. So, I had kept saying that I was going to do a video, what will happen next in love, and it's going to be for both singles and couples. You know, it's the end of the week. For me, this is Friday. But I'm still going to post that video tomorrow, okay? So tomorrow you're going to get that video. On Sunday, the Fairy Guidance Oracle Flip Through is going to be published to the channel, so you can, you know, see those cards. They're beautiful. I would suggest watching it, but, you know, only if you're interested. We still have Turi working on a meditation video. He has had some... he's going through a lot right now on his own. He basically only really has time for his private readings right now. So we're going to be patient with him. You know, he is just one of the most amazing people I know. And so we're going to be patient with him with his awesome bonus content. And, you know, we'll see that come soon. It's not going to be this week, unfortunately. He's also going to be working on some channel FAQs. Like, probably the first one we'll post will be a video about how to pick a pile. I know that that's a question that a lot of people have. You know, we do have merchandise that we've designed. It's based off of tarot cards, and there's just different things and all of that. The link to that is in the description below. I have a coupon code for that for you guys. It's 10 off. And I'll also have it in the description as well if you want to get 10% off. And our regular schedule is going to start again next week. We've got the regular videos, regular pick a card videos are going to be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then any kind of bonus content. This would be stuff from Turi. This would be, you know, those FAQs and all of that kind of stuff is going to be Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Okay. And then the flip throughs, you know, just any flip through I have for any of the decks that I own, or anything that I think, you know, people might want to be interested, you know, people are interested in, you know, seeing, that will be posted on Sundays. Okay. So just kind of giving you a heads up about how we're organizing that. So you guys, I'm just really excited about this channel. I'm so glad that I relaunched it. It feels so positive for me. And I'm getting this great feedback from you guys with the comments and all of that kind of stuff. So I just love this community. You know, if you haven't subscribed yet, I would suggest go ahead and subscribing, because we've got a lot of content that's going to be rolling out, and you're not going to want to miss that. You know, let me know how I'm doing. You know, in the comments, or by hitting the like or dislike button. You know, let's hope you don't dislike it, but you know, if you don't, you need to tell me. You know, I need to know, you know, what you guys want from me and all of that. I'm thinking about also just posting some polls that have to do with video ideas that people are starting to give me in the comments, so that I can kind of track which basically which comments or which video suggestions would be the best ones to kind of do it each time, you know, because I want to make sure that I'm doing the suggested videos as long as a lot of people are interested in it. All right, guys. Again, thank you so much for joining me today with this fun reading, and I will see you tomorrow with what will happen next in love for you. All right.